Hi Gemini, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Gemini is your love reading for the month of November. I'm going to draw 6 cards initially, each card corresponding to something. I'll tell you that as we go. I've already shuffled the cards, I've already meditated, but I'll do that a little bit more on camera and then we shall get started, my darlings. That's it. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, oh, hang on. I knew there was one more. Okay. So, my lovely Geminis, these are your clarifiers. I'll know when to pull them out. Excuse me. This card, sorry, I like it neat, darling. This card here relates to your overall energy or focus for the month of November. And that, my darling, is the 6 of Cups. I've just had this card actually at the end of the anyway, it doesn't matter. This is your overall energy or focus. Can I just say, I had a really nice energy when I was meditating before I turned the camera on. Very giggly energy. It seems in love this month, which is beautiful, isn't it? Which is beautiful. So we've got the 6 of Cups. Okay, number 6 is related to the Lovers card. And on the Tree of Life, number 6 is beauty. And I always talk about how beauty is about our recognition of value, us understanding or realizing that something is valuable. That's a beautiful flower, that's a beautiful person, that's a beautiful dress, blah, blah, blah. And so, you know, in emotions, with it being linked to the Cups energy here. So this is about understanding the past for you, really. Understanding where you're coming from emotionally, understanding who you are emotionally, why you are that person, why you are that way. It could be also, though, you looking back at a past relationship. Now, Venus did go retrograde on the 31st of October. Read the description box below. And really that transit in itself is about a desire to reconcile or heal or release an imbalance of circumstances related to love. So that's why we reminisce about things from the past. That's why we look back on those things. There's an element this month for you, Gemini, of like a knowing, like an inner, like an awareness, an inner knowing, an inner understanding, an inner awareness of your emotions, your feelings, or that at least is what you're being asked to focus on. And that's the same as all signs, really, just sort of resonate slightly differently. But astrologically, that's what you should really be experiencing this month anyway. So it's interesting. This is also the soulmate card, though. So one of the soulmate cards as well. So it could relate to past lives, past loves, past connections, you know, people that you've been previously connected to in the past, people you've had a relationship with in the past, for example, that you think fondly of from your past, people that you've known for a long time, for example. That's all related to the 6 of Cups, and that is your overall energy and focus for the month of November. Okay, your next card is what or who you could encounter or experience in the month of November, and that, my darling, is the King of Cups. Well, this is what we want to see in it, babe. So if this is a who you are encountering, it is a potentially a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or someone with the attributes, someone who is in tune with their emotions, someone who is aware of their emotions, maybe someone who keeps their emotions hidden, potentially, but nonetheless, someone who has deep feelings for you, or someone you have deep feelings for. and someone who's also going to be taking action, or you are going to be taking action, because this is a masculine energy, the masculine aspect of the card. So masculine aspects are about action, they're about movement, they're about direction, taking action in a specific direction. For example, acting on your feelings. Basically, what this comes up, this is what this card represents, acting on your feelings. So either you are acting on how you feel, or someone else is acting on how they feel towards you, Gemini. And there are feelings of, it's a giggly feeling. I mean, when I was shuffling, it was beautiful. It was like all pink and beautiful. And when I was, and pink is obviously related to the heart chakra. For me, the heart chakra is green, but, it can be related to the heart chakra as well, the colour of pink, because it's love. So, yeah, I got that vibe. It's really nice. So, for some of you, it could be someone from the past that's coming back, someone that you once loved, someone that you didn't stop loving, they've never stopped loving you, for example. This is the past, so let's have a look. It might have been that there's been some sort of separation. There might have been some sort of self-evaluation, self... investigation, looking beneath the surface with the Hermit, looking about what is within. It might be that you meet back up with someone from the past, someone you went to school with and you've not seen for 20 years. And you've been out of each other's lives with the Hermit card for 20 years. You've been doing your thing, they've been doing their thing. And then suddenly this person comes back in the month of November. It happens when Venus goes direct when, can't remember, I'll tell you, I'll write it down below. But you now come back together. There could have been isolation, separation, and now you come back together, because this is the past energy. This is people going on journeys, internal journeys, to understand what is within, to try to uncover a part of themselves. That's what the Hermit really represents. So this is something that we must do in isolation. It's like me, I never go out my house. I'm always in it. I'm always here. I'm always isolating myself, because I've got to go within to do these blooming readings, people. And it's my pleasure, darling. But it's isolation as well with the Hermit card. And it's, apologies about that, my phone ran out. Anyway, it's isolation with the Hermit card, and it is healing. Okay, so that separation, those separations can be very healing, even if you never dated this person in the past or whatever. Like, life, experiencing life, reflecting on your experiences is healing. And that's the Hermit energy, and that's what you've been doing. You've been doing that in the past, and so maybe that's why you've got this is in the past position, remember. So maybe that's why you've got this new sort of found sort of feelings of love. I mean, it's a good month for you. I can feel it. Okay, let's move on then, darling. This is your love potential or love lesson in the month of November, and that is the Emperor. Okay, this has come out a few times actually, today and yesterday, the Emperor card. So if it's love potential, it could be in Aries, okay? An individual could be in Aries. But this is such a card of strength, and really being connected to your own personal power with this energy. Really, this is linked. Really being connected to your own personal power with the Emperor. The Emperor has done the work. The Emperor has gone within. The Emperor understands their woundings, their shortcomings, the traumas that they've been through. The Emperor understands those things. The Emperor understands that all those things, every experience gives them strength. Every experience is part of who they are. The Emperor understands that. And so this is what you're going to be understanding this month, Gemini. This is what you're going to be gaining the strength to realise, to see, to do, to change, to act. Whatever it is you want to do. When it comes to love this month, you're able to do it. You're like, people are, it's like a card of respect as well. People will respect you. People have confidence in you. You could have confidence in you. They could have confidence in you. Now, not that this matters, but it caught my eye, so I thought I'd show you. Some of you might resonate with that. The Four of Pentacles is next. So we've got 2 fours here, haven't we? Remember, fours are about I didn't even say that. Fours are about our structures, our foundations in our lives, you know, what we build our lives on, even what we build our ego on and our self-esteem on, for example. And this is really you not showing that, really you not wanting to, you know, recognizing your strength, having found that, have that confidence in yourself, but not really showing that in this relationship, or not really showing that to this new person that's potentially coming in. I wonder why that is. There's a reluctance with the Four of Pentacles to act, to do something, which is really, it might be that you're measured, you're measured in your approach. You don't want to show your hand. You don't want to, you know, let them know how you feel. You know, I always say about the King of Cups, the river runs deep. So sometimes we don't know all the things that this person's feeling about us. They're not really open. This might be you as well. So you may not be being open with them. And it's as if with this energy here, there's all the potential behind, there's all the things that you want behind you with this potential in love. This is a love reading, in love this month. But you're not doing anything about it. The question is why? I mean, I don't know, you tell me. You tell you, don't tell me. The question is why? And you probably know why, because you've done some work with the Hermit. You probably know why. This is why. I just felt this was the next card. The 8 of Swords. So you've got the this is the card that I honestly I feel so sorry. I have so much sympathy for people that experience this energy of the 8 of Swords, because it's a very difficult thing to break free from. It's not impossible, obviously, of course, because there's a 9 of Swords and there's a 10 of Swords. Not like they're potentially any better, but but we move on. Sword energy is about our thoughts, our minds, our clarity, our communication, our consciousness, okay? And the 8s, karmic cycles, situations that arise that help us to see what's within, that help us to recognize our emotions and respond to them and accept them. That's what all karmic cycles are about. In this instance, this is about being tied in a certain thought, being tied to thinking in a certain way, thinking of yourself in a certain way, or thinking of this other person from your past who may reappear in the same way, being stuck thinking like that. And you are almost blind to it, not realizing, not recognizing that type of thinking is holding you back. Now, the good news with with the 8 of Swords is it's in your mind. So this is something that you can change. You can switch that around. And more good news, if you're not sure how to do that, please watch my videos about mantras. I talk about the use of mantras, what they are, how to write your own mantras, why you would write your own mantras, and how they can help you. So for you, it's about you identifying, okay, this is how you should be. You've been through it. You've been through it already. You've already been through it, Gemini. You've already been through it. You've done the work. You understand who you are. You understand what you want. You understand how you're feeling now. You're confident because you've done that work. You're confident. On the outside, you're confident. But on the inside, you're like, I ain't asking her out. I'm not asking that person out. No way. Bloody hell. All men are liars. All women are cheaters. Blah, blah, blah. Or whatever it is. I'm being, but whatever it is you tell yourself, whatever it is you think. Don't sell yourself short this month, Gemini. You've done so much work already. You've gone through so much healing already, so much growth already. This is another opportunity for growth. It's about recognition, the recognition of this type of energy, that you're carrying yourself around like this, that you're thinking of yourself in this same way. You've got to recognize that that's what you're doing. And by thinking of yourself, or of all men or all women or whatever in this way, you are actually doing this. You're holding on to, inadvertently, you're holding on to yourself. You're holding on to all those things you do have to offer, all those amazing things that you now realize, yes, you do have these things. You are capable of this, and you do have all this to offer. Being stuck in that mind frame, it's not that it's unnecessary, because all experiences are necessary so that we can learn more, grow more, heal more, help more, be more compassionate. etc. So they're all necessary, but it's about you've got to find that compassion for yourself. And this is what you're experiencing, your potential love lesson. And that's what your love lesson is this month, Gemini. Do you know what I mean? This is your challenge. Wow. Wow. This is why it's a challenge, babe. Two of Cups, babe. Don't need me to explain the card. Soulmate card. Commitment. Number 2. Duality, partnerships. All that stuff. Cups. It's love. It's emotions. It's feelings. Just below the King of Cups. So there's definitely feelings for you and for somebody else. You're in love with someone else is in love with you, you're both in love with each other. You might not have told each other yet, but that's the thing. That's the vibe. Now, this energy of the, oh God, you know, I would, do you know what I'm going to say to you? I don't often say this, but watch the end, watch the, I'm going to have to do a video on the Two of Cups. Anyway, watch the, if you can be bothered, watch the Capricorn video. Because this is the first card that comes up in Capricorn. So I talk about it at the beginning of the video and then I talk about it toward the end. And I talk about, I cry in that video. And I talk about how the soulmate union, soulmate connections teach us so much about ourselves and we learn so much about ourselves. But this is the headline. But what goes into unraveling this and making this something strong, making this something that you both want and that you're both invested in, it really takes a lot of this soul searching, a lot of this releasing. So your challenge this month is obviously just the strength of your feelings for somebody else. I mean, it's very clear. This is your challenge. What a challenge. I love too much. And I'm not being blasé or frivolous when I say that. Oh my God, when I experienced this, mate, I just go to yoga. Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on in my life. Like, I was like, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Meeting a soulmate is a beautiful thing. And yes, soulmates don't mean you're going to be married to that person and have their children and be married happily ever after. It doesn't necessarily mean that. A soulmate is just that. A mate for your soul. A way for you, for each other. You both reveal each other's souls to you. You are revealed to yourself because of this relationship, because of this meeting of this person, and vice versa. They see themselves, they understand themselves more, they feel more, as do you, because of this connection. And that can be intense, man. That can be intense, but it's beautiful. And it's so healing. And, oh, what a beautiful thing. I mean, God, we've got 2 soulmate cards and the King of Cups, babe. Advice, how to achieve balance. I mean, I'm just going to say this to you now, my darlings. You know, you have got, before we even look at this card, you know, you and this other person, whether it's someone from the past who you've not seen, whatever, you apply it. But both of you, even if you don't know them, you've been doing this. You've been looking back at your life. You've been looking back at your experiences in emotionally relationships, blah, blah, blah. Both of you have. And now you realise what you have to offer. Both of you do. And you also realise that there's a connection between the two of you. Both of you do. But there's a fear in both of you. There's a fear. And there's holding on. And there's not releasing, not being open to this because it is overwhelming, because you're afraid, because you're like, well, I've got to this place where I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm independent. Am I going to let that slip and slide because of this connection? I hope so, my darling. I mean, the imbalance of a soulmate relationship is a beautiful thing because it brings you into awareness. It brings you to yourself. It changes your life. It has literally changed my life. And I ain't married. But my life has completely changed. And thank the universe for all those tears I cried. Oh, so let's have a look at this. Oh, as I said, I cry at the end of that video, mate. Don't watch it till end, man. Don't watch the Capricorn video till end, man. It ain't pretty. No, I'm joking. I'm not blubbering, but oh, I'm delirious. Well, it's dinner time after this, so I'm gonna have my dinner. This is your last card, my darlings. Advice or how to achieve balance. Oh, I'm going to say this to you now. I've done a mantra video and I've also done a video about the number 7s, and I'm going to link them at the end of this, okay? In fact, I'm going to write that down so that I don't forget. You need the mantras and number 7, don't you? Let's write it down. Mantra and number 7. And I'll link those at the end of your video so you can watch it, because this energy is not anything to be afraid of, but this is the energy of futility. You know, how to achieve balance. You know, this is saying you're putting energy into the wrong places, babe. You're putting energy into the wrong places. It's like this, man. Why are you holding on so tight, man? Let go. That's what I think it is. I'll explain now. Number 7 is related to understanding the mysteries of life, understanding the mysteries of your life, of your experiences in this instance. Of how they've affected you, of how they've hurt you. Pentacles energy is about the things that we put our energy into to manifest in this world. Things that we practically do, actions that we practically take. We might take examinations, we might revise for tests, we might ask people out on dates, we might go to counselling, whatever. Those are just examples of pentacle energies, if you will, things that we put our energies into. And this is saying that you're putting your energy into something and there's an imbalance, and there still remains an imbalance. You feel unfulfilled. You feel imbalance. There's an imbalance. Now with the number 7, the 7 is about the balance between what is real, true and authentic to you and who you are and how you are, and what is contrived. And what is contrived means what has been created because of the experiences that you've had that aren't actually a true reflection of your soul. The number 7 is the balance between those two things, okay? So in this instance, the advice to achieving balance is it's saying, where are you putting your energy? Are you putting it into this contrived you? This you that is being created because of this I nearly swore without warning you then, pardon my friends, because of the shit that someone else did to you in the past? Are you still like holding on to the way that oh yeah, they treated me like that, I'll never forgive him, I'll never forgive that, I'm not going to let myself be treated that way again. So you hold on to not letting yourself be treated in that way again. But actually what happens is you end up feeling like this because you're still not fulfilled and happy. And that is, as I said, it's created that I was going to say contrition has been created by, that's not the right word. Has been created because of the negative experiences from the past, okay? So no matter how much you try to hold, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be happy, I won't let them see the whole of me. I won't be completely open with this person. I'll keep some of myself back, and but the keeping this is you. This could be you, as I said, keeping yourself back, holding yourself in, not you saying how you feel, and you're trying so hard to play those games. I'm not texting back immediately. I'll leave it 3 hours before I reply. Blah blah blah. Bore off. I hate all that rubbish. If someone texts, well, to be fair, I've not checked WhatsApp. I've got about 100 messages on WhatsApp. Not from any suitors, darling, but I don't really check WhatsApp. But do you know what I mean? If you like seeing someone, oh, I'm not going to ring them back. Do one, man, with that rubbishness. That's wasting of energy. You're wasting your energy on doing that, and you ain't going to feel any better about it. So really, your advice to achieve balance is, I really feel like this is what you need to embody. You need to embody the energy of the Emperor. That's what you need to embody. You need to think more fondly of yourself, more highly of yourself. Recognize that you have learned and you do understand and you have grown because of the past experiences, and that you are not the same person now, and that this new person is not the same person that they were, or that he was, or that she was. Does that make sense? Things have changed, things have moved on, Gemini, and look. The fact that the 2 of Cups is your challenge. This is your challenge. This is what you find difficult. I mean, I'm not surprised. As I said, 2 of Cups is difficult energy. Oh yeah, I believe it is. but it exists to teach us about our souls, to show us who we are. You've got to be confident. You've got to feel that confidence. And again, be authentic, be true, be truthful with yourself about where are you putting your energy when it comes to this new commitment. Are you putting your energy into holding yourself back? Because you're not gonna get the balance there. But even if it works out exactly, even if it plays out exactly like this, then that's how it should play out. And we can learn from it, and we can grow from it, and we can heal from it, yeah? I mean, I wish you a great month, Gemini. I mean, there's as I said, there was good energy. So there's that giddiness that's around. And it's a beautiful feeling when you have that, so when you meet a soulmate. And you might have many in your lives, you know, and you don't have to marry them all or sleep with them all or know them for years and years and years. You might know a soulmate for a day. You might meet a soulmate on a plane, and then they go to where they're going to and you go to where you're going to. But that conversation, that changes your life. That's a soulmate. Do you see what I'm saying? So, you know, really, just you've got to embrace it. You've got to embrace it. But it's your choice how you handle it. And as I said, there's definitely feelings on both sides for you and for somebody else. Potentially somebody new, potentially someone from the past. You've learned, you've grown, you've adapted, you've changed. So have they. They've healed. So have you. So both of you think about what. In fact, don't think about them. Think about you. Where are you putting your energy, and how are you trying to? Why are you finding this so challenging? It's interesting, beautiful though, beautiful reading. Okay, my darlings, thank you so much for being here. Next week I'm going to post your bi-weekly general reading. The week after I'll post an additional love reading for you, Gemini. Okay, so you'll have 2 more readings coming in November. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please click the bell below so you get notifications. I'm speaking really quickly. Notifications of when the new readings are going up. My darlings, you could please like this video, please share this video if you think it will help somebody else as well. You can also obviously comment. I read all the comments, even if I do respond to all of you, but I read them all. You can also follow me, darlings, on Facebook and on Instagram, Key Wisdom Tarot. Thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. It's been emotional. It's been a pleasure though, as usual. The videos are here. Can you see them? They're here. So check out the videos, number 7 and the mantra video. And I will see you all again next week with your brand new reading. Have a fabulous November, my fabulous Geminis. Take care, my darlings. Bye.